This is Kate Baconsale. You're listening to Baconsale.
All I want for Christmas is my two best friends. My two best friends. Yeah, my two best friends. All I want for Christmas is my two best friends. But they're going to another party.
Oh.
Yeah,
Man,
what party
why-
are Josh and Spencer going to?
Well played, sir.
I was going to make the same similar joke.
Nice.
Yes, but welcome to Baconsale. I'm Joel.
I'm Kent.
And I'm Zack.
We'd like to thank you for listening to our documentaries part 2.
so
Our
smart.
last episode.
Intelligent.
Yes, documentaries. So already people have been giving me recommendations, like texting me or calling me or even talking to me and being like, hey, here's one you should watch.
Lots of ways to communicate with Joel.
I love that. I love learning about new things.
I've appreciated how many people have said that they're like, hey, you've literally given me homework. I want to watch these.
Which I didn't expect. Like we recommend movies all the time. People are like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, sure.
But then we say documentaries, which are usually a harder pill to swallow. People are like, give me more.
Well, I love what Matt said. He's like, don't know if this was intentional or not, but I absolutely paused the show to go watch several of these documentaries and came back.
How did that happen?
What? That's great.
These are kind of boring in principle, right?
You're
I
boring.
want to know
in
which
principle.
ones, Matt.
Aw, thanks.
Matt, I want to know which ones.
Yeah.
It's like, actually, they were unrelated.
Yeah.
But I did stop and watch documentaries. Todd Callan said, Free Solo is a great documentary. I sometimes just put it on in the background for the awesome scenery. Netflix also has a climbing documentary called The Alpinist, which features interviews from Alex. I never say his last name right. Honnold.
Yeah, Honnold.
I would say it's just as good as Free Solo, which is
cool.
high praise, right?
Yeah.
I mean, really, after you see Free Solo, you're like, should I take up climbing?
No.
Should I do that?
I'm like, I'm going to go at least on the ground.
Casey Cummings said, finished my date with Drew and can't stop smiling. Yay!
I should watch that sometime.
Next on my
should.
list. And then I just have to shout out the small army that I have accidentally created.
There are dozens of us.
There are dozens of us who have seen on any Sunday. We grew up
How?
with our parents showing us this old documentary all the time, and now we like motorcycles.
Yeah, didn't Rachel Crump said she had a poster?
Rachel Crump showed a picture featured on the wall in my parents' theater room. It's a poster for On Any Sunday that says motorcycle sport and the men who ride on any Sunday.
Yeah, but there was like, honestly, like 3 or 4 people that were just like, yeah,
Weird.
I've seen that. And I was like,
Yeah.
how?
Yeah, shout out Kyle Parker. I can think of, there's, again, a few people who were like, yeah, I saw that old documentary when I was a kid. It's great. So thank you. Thank you for making me feel so special.
But that's not what we're talking about today. What are we talking about today, Zach? Because you are special.
We're going to a Christmas party, guys.
Hey.
Hey!
Oh, the weather
Jingle bell,
outside
jingle bell,
is
jingle
frightful.
bell.
Why are we
rock.
singing?
We're gonna be
So
some crooner.
here's the deal: this is awkward. This is awkward, guys,
Is it?
because
You're making it awkward already, huh?
Kent and I planned our Christmas party.
I
for the
planned
season.
my party. You knew when it was happening.
That is not the
and
case.
you planned a party the
It was
same
not
night.
in my Google Calendar. So Kent and I have both. We have a party, a Christmas party that we're going to be throwing. Unfortunately, Zach is a very busy man,
Extremely.
and so he can only go to one of these parties.
I don't actually understand that. It seems like we're right across the street. You can
We're
go
in
to
the same
both.
cul-de-sac, Zach.
I got places to be and hair to wash.
But
Yes.
why would you choose one party or the other? Like, obviously, you'd probably choose Joel. But
Well,
is
he's
there-
my best friend.
Is there any other reason why you would choose these parties?
It really, I want to rub shoulders with the right people. I
Yeah,
want to
no,
be
that makes
hanging
sense.
out
Yeah.
with only the very best of the
That
best
makes sense.
individuals.
That makes sense.
So really, to me, just depends. Who are you guys going to invite to your party?
funny you should ask that, Zach, because we have
This is where it gets a little weird. Here we go.
we have a list here of in alphabetical order, a list of guests that we could have invited, and these are all Christmas characters, shall we say?
Popular Christmas characters.
We should clarify,
know them all.
we are not inviting the actors who play these characters.
No.
We are literally inviting the characters from these
And
different
their
film and
type.
TV shows
Yes.
To our party. But the problem is Kent and I are going to have to do a little schoolyard pick of these characters.
So they're like standing in the middle of the cul-de-sac, and they're waiting to be picked. And we're like, "Hey, you!
Yes.
Get over here.
You're mine. You're coming to my party." And they will determine how our parties are going to be. Now, Zach, do you have the list of all the people that could be on our invitation list?
I do.
Can you run that down?
This is not a short list.
It's not a short list, so let's burn through them real quick. We will give more detailed explanations as we choose them.
Now I'll say there are 25 total.
That's a Christmas number.
Someone's going to be left out. Just saying.
Wait, so there's
Yeah, no,
so someone's
that's
gonna be
how
left
it
in the middle of the cul-de-sac, just cold and alone.
Cul-de-sac. All right, we have Buddy the Elf, Charlie Brown, Clark Griswold, the conductor. What?
From Polar Express.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we should be clear for that.
Cousin Eddie, Ebenezer Scrooge, Elsa, Ernest P. Worrell, Frosty, George Bailey, Gizmo, the Grinch. I feel like I'm reading patrons.
We'd like to thank Hans Gruber.
Hans Gruber, Harry and Marv, Hermie. What?
Hermie the dentist.
What?
He's a toy maker, but he wants to be a dentist. You know.
Yep, I know. Jack Frost, Jack Skellington, John McClane, Kevin McCallister, Krampus. Mariah Carey, Riggs and Murtaugh, Ralphie, Rudolph, and Scott Calvin.
We only wanted to invite Murtaugh, but Riggs is just always there.
They're partners.
Yeah.
It makes sense. So we'll obviously give more details about who they are as we pick them.
And if they would be good for guests, because we want to have the best list. Sometimes we do schoolyard picks and it's like, oh, these are the worst. Granted, not a lot of these people would be good party guests.
No.
But we're still trying to have the best party, so Zach will join us.
Yes.
And someone will be left out in the cold.
Now we have here in the Bacon Cave a Christmas coin. And this Christmas coin is going to be flipped. And whoever wins the coin toss gets to go first.
And then
they choose. That's right. They choose whether they
Yeah.
go first or whether they go second, but get to make two picks.
Yeah.
Because that's how it works in sports, apparently. In drafts.
Is that right?
And
No,
whatnot.
not really.
It's not?
I thought that's how
I mean,
it
it
did in
does
drafts.
and it does
In
and
fantasy
it
drafts.
doesn't. Kind of.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Depends on your draft.
And then Kent and I are going to do our best to not only make the best party, but make the best party for Zach. Because we want Zach to come to our party.
I have a completely arbitrary rating system in which I will decide which party to go to.
Yeah, that's what we really don't know how
I
to
haven't
play this
even
game.
really decided what that system is
it
yet.
It becomes this thing of where, hey, I would like to invite this person. I think they'd be cool. I don't know if Zach likes them. So we don't invite them to the party.
I love these shows because they're where I get to be Jake for a minute and just
Yeah.
arbitrarily decide something. It's awesome.
Okay, the power is yours.
All right.
I'm going to flip this coin. Who's calling it? What's happening?
I can call it.
Okay, fine. Who won last time?
Joel wins
know.
every single
That's not
time.
true.
That's true.
The
Kent,
video game
that's not
sleepover,
true.
you won.
I don't remember.
The road trip snacks, you won.
I don't remember.
I do.
Well, we all lost.
Clearly, I
You
do.
still have a chip on your shoulder from that road trip snack
There we go.
episode.
We all lost that.
Yeah,
the
we
bad
did.
road trip
one.
snacks? Yeah.
Okay, Kent, what's your call?
Tails.
Just because of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Tails.
Okay,
You want to go first?
I'm going first.
Or second and third?
First.
Shoot.
Ooh, now I'm playing against Joel. Here
Yep.
we go. Who's the first invite? There's 25 people in the street right now.
In the middle of the cul-de-sac.
And who
in
do
a line.
Who do I invite in? Well, there's only one guest to bring in on Christmas, and it's Santa Claus. I'm inviting Scott Calvin. Joel's looking at me like I've made a
Scott
poor
Calvin is not
choice.
Santa Claus, Kent.
He's Santa Claus.
Scott Calvin is Scott Calvin before he became Santa Claus.
Does he not become Santa Claus?
Eventually. But
Yeah.
no, here's the thing, Kent. This is a Christmas party. Santa Claus is going to be at every party that night.
But Santa Claus is literally welcoming people into the house. And by the way,
Scott Calvin is.
I'm looking at the party, and because, we have some characters like Grinch or Scrooge where they're kind of crabby, but throughout the evening, it's kind of like the arc of their story. They're going to start off crabby, and then they're going to have an arc by the end of the night or early into the next morning.
we should probably clarify that Scott Calvin is from the Santa
The
Claus.
Santa Claus.
And-
And many various sequels after that.
But he, if you don't know what the Santa Claus is, when a man inadvertently makes Santa fall off his roof on Christmas Eve, he finds himself magically recruited to take his place.
Yeah.
And it's Tim Allen.
Yes.
Tim Allen is an executive at a toy company who is divorced, and he has a son, and he's kind of cynical.
Yeah, so he's cynical about the holidays, but he also wants to be supportive of his son. And so he
He is.
starts to, kind of like, I don't know, just support him with that. He literally has Christmas magic, which is great.
Well, I mean, first he kills Santa, and then
Inadvertently, it was manslaughter.
he kills Santa and
It was
steals his
Santa's
clothes.
slaughter.
And
he
then-
steals a dead Santa's
Hold on.
clothes.
He
My
has to.
favorite part in maybe any movie ever is when he looks down. He looks down in the snow and he sees Santa's coat and pants, and he looks at it, picks it up, and goes, "He's naked somewhere." And I think that is so funny.
That is really funny. But I think it would be best to have a Santa at the party because this is the only representative Santa that we have in the street.
No, because originally you had Santa Claus on the list.
I did.
And I said, no, that is not fair because every Christmas party deserves to have a Santa.
and
he is the
guess what?
crowning achievement.
I do. And granted, he's kind of a jerk. He's kind of sarcastic. But don't you think he'd make for great conversation? The guy works in
He
marketing.
would make fun of everyone at the party.
But here's the thing.
He's a little
He can make
caustic.
high-tech toys through transmutation. He would eat all the cookies at the party, so I want to apologize to everyone who's bringing refreshments because he can eat them all, doesn't gain any weight. Once he's gained the weight, he doesn't gain any weight. He can summon presents from a bag, and this is why I want him because we're having a white elephant gift
See,
party.
now Kent's going is like full Santa. And
So
he's
if-
not Santa Claus. He's Scott Calvin.
He becomes Santa.
Maybe by
Zack,
the end
what
of the
about you?
party. But this is like
Actually, he becomes Santa at the end of the first act. That's like 10:30.
No. He has to go home and learn to be Santa first. This is Scott Calvin when
Zack,
he's
does he become
lactose
Santa?
intolerant on Christmas Eve,
Does he
yelling at
become
a little
Santa
girl
at my
on
party?
a couch.
Because if the Grinch becomes
By the end of the party, he
I-
can be Santa.
Is-
But
I
Scott
will
Calvin.
judge, and I determine that this Scott Calvin is the version that we see prior to his first successful Christmas, where he becomes Santa Claus.
Thank
he
you.
has been given
He has been given
Christmas
powers, but he's-
okay, because
good.
I'll
But he's
say
wearing,
this,
like, baggy
I'll say
clothes.
this, maybe playing my hand about how I feel about this choice. I think that's the best version of Scott Calvin because I think his Santa Claus is pretty boring. I think he actually has
the sequels.
I think he actually has personality as Scott Calvin, and he's kind of a jerk.
Hey, Joel?
But, he does the smarmy '80s executive.
You
thing.
can have a white elf and gift party too, and it's fine. But Santa Claus is going to have a present for everyone there, and it's the present they always wanted when they were a kid. So that is my first pick. Joel, you get the next two.
I do. And if there's anyone who's, because this is, the party hasn't started yet. We're still inviting guests.
Yeah.
And if there's anyone I want helping me get ready for this party, it's Buddy the Elf.
All right.
All right.
So Buddy the Elf is from the movie Elf, played by Will Ferrell. The film synopsis is raised as an oversized elf, Buddy travels from the North Pole to New York to meet his biological father. Buddy is he's been raised by elves. Which, by the way, can I just say this? With Elf, the whole point is that this random baby, crawled into Santa's sack, and by the time he gets to the North Pole, he realizes he's stolen a baby. He's kidnapped a child.
Yeah, it must be really hard for him to go back anywhere into any home.
This is difficult for the guy who knows everyone on Earth, who knows a list of everyone and checking it twice, and knows who's naughty or nice. Who just lost a child? I don't know. I'll keep him here.
Yeah, just picture Santa like he's got his baby. Like, who the frick put a baby here?
Yeah.
What's happening? I don't know. What is baby?
That's not the point. That's nothing to do with Buddy, because Buddy is raised by elves. He's uncomfortably larger than all of them.
You saying there's a plot hole on Jon Favreau project?
But he is not a great elf, but he's a superhuman, meaning he can do amazing decorations. He can make amazing
Your table
treats.
setting will look amazing.
Yeah, it'll be like it'll be like all made from whatever I have in my house, but he'll do a great job of it. And then he will also have amazing treats, and he will have all the sugary stuff there that we need. And then he will also be able to build a snowball fort in a matter of minutes, because holy cow, that is the one part of the movie where I'm like, no, he's legit magic here.
Yeah.
Like, he's throwing those snowballs at an insane pace.
But would you want to talk to him at a party? He's so annoying.
He is.
I would want him for carol singing at the end. I think he would be very good to lead the singing.
You say annoying, I say enthusiastic.
Best
He
way
is
to spread
thrilled.
Christmas cheer is singing loud for all to hear.
Exactly.
Okay.
Can you imagine the excitement he'll get at the end of the night when Santa is coming? Because Santa's coming to all the parties, Kent.
Santa kidnapped him.
He's okay with that, apparently.
Yeah, apparently.
But I think Buddy the Elf is definitely one who will who will create an amazing setting for the party to take place. And that's my initial step.
Okay.
And now I get a second pick.
Yes, you do. And I'm jealous.
Hey, I don't know how you feel about your pick, but I'll just say Buddy Elf sounds like he'd be really annoying at parties.
He maybe, but also keep in mind this is a party with a lot of people.
Is he cooking?
Is he cooking?
Yeah, is he going to put syrup on spaghetti?
I would eat that.
I would try it.
I would try it.
Yeah, I think we all would. When we saw that, we're like, oh, that's gross.
It's awful. It's like,
I would.
hey, don't put brown sugar in your whip. Actually, that sounds pretty good.
Yeah. So, Buddy the Elf is the chaos of fun.
Yeah.
I am now going to get an order to my fun because I am inviting the conductor from the Polar Express.
Are you serious? Let me scroll down to the bottom of my list.
He is an authoritative figure who will keep the party running on time.
Okay,
He's-
you're right.
He is not
He
going
is
to be.
very.
He is not going to be in the foreground. He is going to be in the
Okay.
background, making sure everyone goes on when they're supposed
Because
to.
look,
hors d'oeuvres come
if
out.
he's standing in the corner and anyone locks eyes with him, his cold, dead eyes. They're leaving the party.
You know, the thing about the conductor is he's got lifeless eyes, black eyes,
Like doll's
a
eyes.
doll's eyes. When he comes at you, he doesn't seem to be living.
Did you put that in your notes?
I did. This is played by Tom Hanks from the Polar Express, and the CGI in that is a little wonky.
I think you're right, though. I think you would make a good MC for the party.
Not even MC. I'm saying he's like organizing stuff. Like he's in the background with a little headset being like, okay, let's go on here. Hot chocolate.
By the way,
Chocolate.
It would never go cold.
No.
It would always stay hot chocolate.
It would stay hot
And I think
the
if you
entire
guys had a white elephant gift party, he would actually bring like North Pole branded hot chocolate. And I think that'd be a pretty cool
It'd
gift.
be pretty tasty. Like, and these are the ones I wanted to get my party organized, and I thought, okay, we need the crazy, but
Yeah.
then we need someone to keep things moving and not be focused.
Okay.
And so my party is going to have Buddy the Elf and the conductor.
Wow.
From Polar Express.
That's going to be an awkward half hour while you wait for everyone else to show up. You're
No,
like,
Buddy the Elf
"Hey,
can do it
guys."
in like 5 minutes.
Okay.
And then the conductor, I just say, okay, here's what I want to happen. I'll be like, I'll make it happen. Hot chocolate.
What needs to be organized at a party? What
there are events.
What militant party are you throwing?
Snack trays.
There's going to be entertainment. There's going to be games. There's going to be treats. There's going to be multi-course meals.
What if we just want to chit-chat?
Oh, there's a room for that, too.
Okay.
Send up the mistletoe.
This is like my Christmas party is like a cruise, Zach. You can do as much or as little as you want.
You brought a cruise director.
Oh, who's changing the environment, which I always do.
I got a
Joe's having a Disney cruise.
No, I said it's like a cruise. It's like a cruise.
Mine takes place in a glass apartment in New York City. There's a goose and a swan fighting.
That sounds like last year or the year before. Anyway.
Kent.
My second choice is the obvious one. It's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Dropping all over the floor.
Thank you. It's the son
This is a wild animal.
Hey, look. He's a meek, cute reindeer. He's the head reindeer of Santa's sleigh team. He's very curious, and he's always up for a good
Is he potty
trick.
trained? Wait, did you say potty trained or party trick?
Both.
I don't know if he's potty trained.
Hey, guess what? Oh, Joel shut off our power. That jerk. We don't even need a generator.
Why did I shut off your power?
Because you're trying to sabotage our party.
I would never.
We don't need lights. We've got Rudolph.
That's the noise you'll be hearing all night, Zach.
Look, and it's like
Every time his nose shines.
Hey, Rudy, light it up. And that's what you get. Like, it's a cool party trick. And he's just so nice and gentle.
We should clarify.
He can make friends with anyone.
This is from the 1964 Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer Rankin Bass stop motion animation.
It does get a little awkward, though, because when he gives his white elephant gift, it's actually a collection of his self-help books because he was bullied as a child. So he's got a lot of those.
But you know, he's going to be like he's going to run to some random other reindeer at the party. She's going to say he's cute. She's like, she thinks I'm cute, and jump up and go around and droppings over everyone.
Literally me.
So many droppings.
So many droppings.
Well, hold on. Does he ever exhibit droppings in the Rankin Bass show?
No, he does not.
I think that they are immune to that activity.
Yeah.
But they eat?
But they don't expel.
He just makes friends.
How many movies do you see where they do expel things?
Well, there
they
was
don't
one-
showcase that. in
Have you
most
seen
films.
Babes? A lot.
There was one, but they were all connected together. It was.
Oh
No.
family friendly.
Yeah, so Rudolph is my pick.
What a weird transition. All right, Joel, what is your next pick?
Well, as I mentioned, Zach, I'm going to have entertainment.
Okay.
And
your entertainment can possibly beat me riding a reindeer.
there's going to be a performer the entire time because yes, I'm stealing Mariah Carey.
Oh,
Because-
A fictional character.
That was my whistle register. Did you hear that?
Something whistled.
You mean The Songbird Supreme by Guinness World Records?
Yes, I do. It's from on all my notes here. I have what they're from, and Mariah Carey. They just say the internet.
Yeah.
Because around this time, she's everywhere this season, and she is an American singer, songwriter, record producer, actress. Of course, she sings "All I Want for Christmas."
Actress. Come on.
She can act like she's not drunk. But she's going to kick off the party, of course, with All I Want for Christmas Is You. And then she's going to sing her other Christmas songs. Because, yes, Kent, she has other Christmas songs.
she doesn't.
Yes, she does.
Sing them.
No. I hurt my voice earlier with that whistle register I was doing.
Her songs exist.
So, yes, Mariah Carey is going to be at my
I
party.
do think everyone is going to be like, oh my gosh, I'm going to sing along to this because it's a great song one time and it gets real annoying. But that's cool. You do have Mariah Carey.
She may sing
one
it
of
a
the
couple
few
times
females
during
on
the
the list. So
She does sing. She sings "Joy to the World." She sings "Hark the Herald Angels Sing." She sings "Oh Holy Night." These are all songs that she sings. And this repertoire is going to be a live band at my party with Mariah Carey.
Ken, what's your next pick?
oh, this is so difficult because there's only a few good ones left.
I know. There's a few that will pass. There's just a few bad ones too.
All right, I'm going to go animated on this one. I'm going to go for someone that's gentle, insecure, and lovable. Someone he's calmer, but his powers of belief are just so strong. I'm going for
Joel's not on this list.
Charlie Brown.
Charlie Brown.
What's that sound? Is the sound of the party being brought down?
Listen, we all need the one that's there. He's kind of the observer, and he just has words of wisdom for everyone. He's a little bit quiet, sure. He's a little insecure, but he's going to be the one to remind everyone, hey, we're getting a little carried away. let's remember the true Christmas traditions.
That is nice.
Right? Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
And it's weird because like
That made me feel a little less depressed.
Yeah, because the song is.
I'm a big fan of the jazz of the Vince Guaraldi trio.
Yeah, there will be some of that.
As long as he comes with the jazz.
It's
you're
actually
welcome.
now my party's at a jazz club.
Oh,
so,
Constantly changing venues.
But I think his white elephant gift is going to be a handwritten letter thanking you for being his best friend. So that sounds like
It's
Charlie
gonna be
Brown.
scribbles.
Yeah. Wah, 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 wah.
That's all I heard the whole time you were talking.
Hey, Baconsale.
All right.
Joel, your fourth pick.
Yes.
And just let me run through here. So you've both picked 3 apiece. We've still got Clark Griswold and Eddie from Vacation. Scrooge is on here. Elsa, very Christmassy. Elsa. There's a lot of ways you could go. Elsa's on this list.
She has snow magic.
That's not Christmas.
Do you want to build a snowman?
Do you know there are places on Earth where it doesn't snow on Christmas?
Yeah.
I've been there.
You know, Riggs and Murtaugh are here too. That's so. What do you got?
I'll tell you who I got. Jack Skellington.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm inviting Jack Skellington to my party. Jack Skellington from Night Before Christmas. He is the king of Halloween Town who discovers Christmas Town, and his attempts to bring Christmas to his home causes confusion. Voiced by Chris Sarandon and sung by Danny Elfman.
How tall are your ceilings? Are they tall enough for Jack Skellington?
I just made vaulted ceilings now. I live in a castle.
He's going to be in full costume, which is cool, right? He's
yeah.
going to be in his like thin Santa costume.
He's going to be in the Santa costume.
So he's kind of your makeshift Santa a little bit.
No, he's just there having
Because
a
he
good
tries
time.
to steal the holiday.
He learned his lesson.
By the end of the part, you want to get into this character
I
arc
think-
all of a sudden?
I think I think Jack Skellington is going to be. I actually don't know if he's going to be wearing the Santa suit till probably the end of the night.
Okay, I like that.
But
maybe he's had some eggnog to
he
drink.
is definitely having. He's definitely having a what's this moment where he's just enthralled with everything that's going on. But Jack is like this. He's a creature of light, or a creature, master of fright, and a demon of night. He is able to make a party great.
I think so too. Great songs, very catchy.
I think so, and I think he's going to be a fun with the guests and getting to know people.
I actually think he's.
I see him as spindly legs, like going around talking to people.
I think he's too distracted to have a conversation with.
You think so?
Yeah, he doesn't focus very well. Sally tries to talk to him the entire movie, and he just does his own thing.
But he is. I think he is one of those that would get to know people. I think he'd be a great party guest on it. At least why I wanted to invite him, because I think he'll get around and talk to people and ask him all about what was your Christmas like growing up. I want to hear all about it, and people will be like, "This is great."
Oh, but him and Buddy at the same party. Ooh,
Buddy's going to be in the corner just screaming occasionally. Santa!
I think you might have a little bit of a yin and yang going on.
Yeah.
I think they actually complement each other fairly well.
I think so.
Yeah,
I agree. Zach.
and
That's
he will
that's a
bring-
very good insight. Can you explain why? I would like to hear your thoughts.
Why? I just think that Jack has the potential to accidentally bring a room down.
He does.
You know, he's like, he can't even pronounce Santa Claus correctly.
Santa
He's like, hey, is that cool? Is there death involved? It's like, oh, why do you talk so much about death? Well, this is the most positive person I've ever met, annoyingly so. So I'm going to just go break away from Jack for a second because I'm feeling dark and spooky and like I'm in a hot topic. And I'm going to go over to, Sunshine Incarnate over here. Whoop, tired of that. Get me back to the hot topic.
Yep.
It's a good balance.
yeah.
I like that. And as one of the greatest Christmas movies of all time, I think that definitely needs to be a presence here on this list for their Christmas party. And I'm glad that we all approved.
Miracle on 34th Street?
I'm glad we all
Okay.
approved that it was going to be on that Jack Skellington was on this Christmas party list.
You'll notice I didn't include it in the original list.
Oh, you notice I added it.
Yes,
you
I
didn't
do.
say no.
I do think his white elephant gift will be cool, but it will be a living wreath. Like it will be one of the monsters he creates.
that'll be fun.
Is kind of a cool gift.
Kent, what is your fourth pick?
She's not even next on my list, but I need her. I need female representation at my party, and so I'm inviting Elsa.
Ah!
Are you all right? Did I just take yours?
I was going to pick Elsa.
Now, the problem with Elsa is that she is quite introverted, right? She doesn't mind being isolated at all. And I think that may kind of translate to the party a little bit. It's going to take a lot to warm her up, if you will. And don't let her take her gloves off at the party because it could really go awry. It could ruin the entire party.
No, but she's like, that's why she's there, because of her snow magic.
And the snow magic.
I like me a good ice sculpture.
And that's what I'm talking about.
Pretty
This
cool.
place is going to be themed. In Zach, you said, what if we just want to chit chat? The decorations are going to be amazing. There's going to be slides and everything through the house. People can sled down the stairs. How
Might
fun
have a
is that?
creature suddenly try to impale you
And
with an
that's
icicle.
really the problem, is she can create life. And you never know how that's going to go.
Yes.
So,
Because she is from Frozen. Have we mentioned that?
Oh,
It's
yeah,
also
she's-
from Frozen.
and also she's a little bit obsessed with self-love, and she might just start belting out of nowhere. Also, her songs get worse as the night goes on because she's had a little too much eggnog. So, but her white elephant gift, she is so good at making clothes out of ice magically that she will make you literally a handmade costume.
She would, except for one thing, Kent.
Go
I
on.
feel like she's aloof and moody.
She is.
I think she would be
Absolutely
standing
she
up,
is.
looking down on everyone, being like, and then you'd go try and talk to her, and she'd give you the cold shoulder.
Well played, sir.
It's like, hey, what part of your story arc are we, and how many times do you need to learn about yourself?
Seriously, when they make the next one, can they just not do that?
Yeah, right.
Don't make her forget that she found herself.
All right, here's a question. Kent, does your party have a talent portion within it?
It does now.
Do we have...
It didn't before.
Because that sounds terrible. I would not go to that party at all, because I'd feel uncomfortable.
No. And then it's done.
Does your party have a caroling aspect to it?
I think every party should have a caroling
Okay.
aspect. Yes.
Okay, so you are, in your caroling, you are presenting Idina Menzel.
Yes.
Joel, in your caroling, you're presenting Whistle-Tone Mariah Carey.
Yes, that is what
Right.
legally what she changed her name to.
Yes, I believe so. Okay, Joel, what's your next pick?
Well, here's the thing. We got some pretty hot celebrities here at my party. Like
Okay.
it's
Probably.
a big name ticket. We're going to need some security, which is why I'm hiring Riggs and Murtaugh.
Oh,
at my
boy.
party.
This is really just Joel's excuse to be like, hey, see, these are Christmas movies.
so high on my list. They're Christmas
People
characters.
just don't know. But no, Riggs and Murtaugh, Martin Riggs and Roger Murtaugh from Lethal Weapon,
Please
the Lethal
tell me
Weapon
why.
series. If you don't know what the movie's about, two newly paired cops who are complete opposites must pull aside their differences in order to catch a gang of drug smugglers during Christmas.
4 times.
Yeah, well, and I was going to say it's kind of what's the word? Lesser return? No, what's it?
Law of diminishing returns.
Diminishing returns. Like the movies don't get better with each one, but there's some highlights in each one. But you have Danny Glover, or I should say Roger Murtaugh, who is a cop who's nearing
dead.
retirement.
Actually, honestly, Family Man. He is the best pick because
But
he's
he
going to be
is.
wearing an ugly Christmas sweater.
Sure.
He's
Yep.
going to be cutting the turkey and the
He'll
ham.
participate.
Yep.
Right? But then you have his partner who hates his own life. Right? Like,
But Martin Riggs is one of those characters who
He'll have great stories.
Deep down, he's a good guy, but he has impeccable aim. But he definitely keep the riffraff out and keep it. But if he sees someone who may if he thinks, for example, I'm just putting this out there, if he thinks Jack Skellington is holding a gun, he may tackle him, and it could get weird. But
He's an unstable individual at times.
at times. But I think at a party like this, he'd mostly just kind of tell party stories and enjoy himself and get to know people. And Murtaugh would be there to make sure that everyone behaves. He's very good with people as well. I think these two. He may think he's too old for this kind of party, but I think he'll end up enjoying
Do you
himself.
find Mel Gibson handsome,
Definitely.
Kent?
absolutely.
I don't. So
Really?
that's a bad sign.
He's-
I'm kidding. He's pretty handsome.
How do you think Jack Skellington's handsome?
Very.
I just wondered how.
I just think about Chris Sarandon, who's Prince Humperdinck, and
and Danny Elfman, who's
and he has a
Something.
slight nog issue. But maybe I shouldn't say that because that just means booze. But yeah, he drinks too much eggnog. Briggs does in the movie.
but he's on duty. I'm hiring them as security for my party. Dude, I got Mariah Carey and Jack Skellington. Okay, I need to make sure to keep the riffraff out.
All right, you guys thought I was bringing the room down before.
here we go now.
George Bailey, come on in.
We got to decide at what point George Bailey.
Well, the
are we
thing
getting.
is, George Bailey is.
Bailey's so nice,
If you go throughout his life, which the movie does, he is a hero, a straight up hero. He doesn't realize it, but he is, and he has some really depressing moments in the movie, and has to kind of find out why he's impacted everyone's life the way he has, and so he would be able to come over and be like, "Well, all right, I saved my." Okay, my micro impressions. Do it again. Do it again. I'll say.
Oh, hey, wear sunglasses.
I saved my little brother once. The money's at Jim's house. It's at Bob's house. That's Jimmy Stewart, guys.
Jimmy Stewart as Foghorn Leghorn.
I'll say. With a little bit of Matthew McConaughey in there for good measure.
Oh boy.
So,
But no, George Bailey.
Okay.
While you guys are recovering, I'll just let everyone know. George Bailey from It's a Wonderful Life. He's a building and loan banker who sacrifices his dreams in order to help his community, the community of Bedford Falls. But he feels like life has passed him by.
And so the moral of the movie is that the world without him is very terrible. And I think a party without him is very terrible as well. I think he'll actually see through his guardian angel how the party is without him, and he'll actually go to your house and he'll be like, "Oh, this is bad. Gotta go."
Oh, this is Katharine Hepburn. Katharine Hepburn is not on the list, Zach.
And so,
But here's the thing. I think Kent. I absolutely think you're right. He was going to be my next pick.
Yeah.
because I think George Bailey.
because it's hard. He's not the first pick because he is maybe going to bring the room down a little bit, but he is such a hero. He's such a good guy.
But the problem is he may get depressed, maybe get a little drunk, and then I'll be like, hey, don't you wish you never been born?
Oh, you just had to do that to show me up.
Joel's good at impressions.
But his white
Well, are we getting the George Bailey after,
No, it's
no, it has to be like we've done
well,
initial
at the beginning of the movie, he's romantic, he's a lifesaver, but then he kind of hits this point where he gets really depressed.
I think his life will be the party, meaning he starts
Bells,
out
I feel
optimistic
exactly
and
that.
happy, then he'll get really depressed, and then
he'll come
Bells
back around.
haven't rung.
Yeah.
Angels haven't gotten their
Yet.
wings.
at the end he'll be running out going, Merry Christmas, Bacon Cave!
I love that. But his white elephant gift is not great. He brought a book of coupons. So it's kind of lame.
But it's up to $1,500 in value.
I wish I had $1 million. Hot dog!
All right, Joel, what do you have
that
next?
movie. I love that movie.
So good.
Kent, you already stole Elsa with her snow magic.
Oh.
So I got to go for Jack Frost.
No, but I want him at my party because they fall in love on Tumblr.
They're gonna secretly meet. They're gonna secretly meet like out in the cul-de-sac and do a little kiss, and there's gonna be like little snow icicles.
Is the cutest thing I've ever heard.
I know. Jack Frost specifically. We're talking about the one from Rise of the Guardians.
Yeah.
Voiced by Chris Pine.
Yeah. He's Chris Pine.
Underrated movie, by the way.
Yeah,
I
if
really
you-
like it.
If you haven't seen Rise of the Guardians, it's not.
It's weirdly set at Easter, but yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not like a Christmas movie, but there is Christmas elements to
It's
it.
a
obviously.
fun version of Santa Claus.
Yeah. But, and this is the synopsis of the film. When the evil spirit pitch launches an assault on Earth, the immortal guardians team up to protect the innocence of children all around the world, which includes Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny and the Tooth Fairy.
It's got a great cast.
Yeah,
Baldwin.
no, it actually is.
It's got Hugh Jackman as the Easter Bunny.
It's got great animation as well, which Jack Frost is. He's also capable of manipulating ice and snow. So he's got not only does he got snow magic, he also has a quick wit.
Yeah, but he's very
more
sarcastic.
details, go to
He's a
Q&A.
rebel without a cause. If you look at early in the party and early in the movie,
you know who Zack loves?
He's a straight up punk.
James Dean.
Yeah. Okay.
Rebel
That's
without
right.
a cause.
But he's a 17-year-old James Dean. But he's actually over 300
with a stick.
Did I mention Jack
With a
Frost
magic
drives a Mustang?
What?
Oh, now he's driving a Mustang to the cruise.
I made that up.
Cruise.
I was really worried here. I was going to get Michael Keaton, Jack Frost. So
Oh, yeah.
But I am actually glad you
Or Martin Short, Jack Frost.
yeah. I'm glad you got him for your party though, because you need ice sculptures as well. So I think it's a good pick.
I needed something to kind of help out with that.
I cannot wait for the ice sculpture part. Very, very well done on both of you. However, your ice sculpture is he's a fair singer, Chris Pine. But he's no Adele. He's no Adele Dazeem.
Have you heard his Wish song? Not good.
But I've seen him in Into the Woods.
Yeah.
That was pretty fun.
Agony is great.
Okay. Kent, next pick.
Yippee-ki-yay, Father Christmas. Hey, no, I said Father Christmas.
I know.
We're good. Apparently, we need security in our parties.
You got to keep the
So
riffraff
I
out.
actually jumped down my list a couple just because, well, look, I've got to be representative of the movie I think is the classic Christmas movie, and that is Die Hard. And so you have John McClane. I guess I haven't said his name yet. He's a streetwise and wisecracking cop
From
Die Hard.
There you go.
Yeah. He's a family man at heart, and yeah, he's messed up his life a lot with his kids and his wife, but he will always do his best to keep his family together. And sometimes that means stopping terrorists or whoever's trying to ruin the party, or Joel trying to turn off the lights. Cut our power, I guess.
Kent, I think this is a mistake for you. You should have let me have him.
Why?
Because he's going to walk around barefoot for most of the party.
Yeah, no,
And you
he's...
hate bare feet.
Oh, that's fine, actually. Take off your shoes in my house. It's actually polite.
With socks are fine, but he's walking around barefoot.
Yeah,
Kent.
hopefully there's no... Hey, look, if there's broken glass at my party, we should all leave.
His toes are digging into your carpet, Kent. He's
Does-
going to walk
ew.
on your pillow.
Does he have like long dog nails that are like
No, he
like
doesn't.
digging, like scratching the ground?
No, that's the glass coming out of the bottom of his
Yeah, right. But John McClane, he's a one-man army, but he's also a one-man party. He
Ooh.
just
Hashtag
knows-
marketing.
I think, yeah, right. And marketing for Die Hard. He's a lot like Martin Riggs, and I think they're very similar characters, where they're kind of these anti-heroes, where they're kind of messed up, but I think they'd be very captivating to talk to. I think the stories that both of them would have would be pretty great. He probably would be sitting by the fireplace, like wanting to just do his own thing.
Yeah.
But it is still nice to see him during the holidays. It's nice for him to come
I think
around.
so, too.
Yeah, but his white elephant gift, he didn't put a lot of thought. It was like a $10 gift card he bought at Target on the way to the party. So it's like, yeah, it doesn't even matter.
Didn't it have that giant stuffed animal
Oh, yeah, that's true.
in the movie? Yeah.
Yeah.
He lifted it in the car.
Maybe by the
The
end.
limo driver's outside.
Yes, thank you. That's what he brought. Thank you, Joel. So, yeah, John McClane.
It's okay. I know both movies better, and I know which one's more Christmassy. It's okay. We can admit that now.
What?
I think, going back to the sort of caroling portion, I've heard Bruce Willis sing.
Yeah.
I bet you he's a fun time at a
Yeah.
party.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he really is.
That's a good pick. All right, we are halfway through. You've both selected 6. So I'd like to just run through.
Wait, if we both take 6, there's only 12, that means one person's going to be left out.
Left out. Who will it be? Right, here's who's remaining. We have Clark Griswold, Cousin Eddie, Ebenezer Scrooge, Ernest P. Worrell, Frosty, Gizmo, the Grinch, Hans Gruber, Harry and Marv. They're one.
Yeah, the Wet Bandits.
Hermie, Kevin McCallister, Krampus, and Ralphie.
All bad. Is this the bad half?
I wouldn't
This is
say
the bad
bad.
half.
I'd say mediocre to bad.
Okay.
There's some fun
That's
ones
fair.
in here somewhere.
But it's my turn to pick, right?
Yes, it is.
So, guys, let me tell you something. Let me ask you something. If you're wanting to look at a party and you look in the windows and it doesn't look like there's a lot of people there, do you want to go in? It's kind of awkward, right?
Yeah, I want to.
But if it looks like a fun, raucous party and everything's going on and things are happening, you want to go inside, which is why I'm inviting Kevin McCallister to my party.
Oh, that's not where I thought you were going.
So Kevin McCallister from Home Alone is an 8-year-old troublemaker mistakenly left home alone. He must defend his home against a pair of burglars on Christmas Eve, played by Macaulay Culkin. And he is crafty and resourceful. And there's a part in the movie when he literally takes cardboard cutouts and mannequins and lamps and makes it look like the party is rocking inside that building to the point where it scares away the Wet Bandits.
He's an afterthought. He's what the French call les incompetents.
Oh,
He's such a disease,
thank you,
Joel.
Megan. Is it Megan? Yeah, I think it's Megan.
Like, there's a reason his parents forgot about him twice. They did it on purpose. He's the worst. He's very violent. And somehow, I looked up his skills on the wiki. He's a master strategist, a skill tracker, and an expert marksman. He's like 10.
I know.
What
Here's the
happened
thing.
there?
There are rooms, Kent, in my house I don't want people to go in. And I'm going to hire Kevin to booby trap those rooms. So it's like, no, this room's off limits. And Kevin will make sure it is off limits. He'll set up some paint cans or a flamethrower. He'll do any sort of thing to keep people out of those rooms. And honestly, I don't even have to feed him that much. He just wants a cheese pizza. So put that in the corner. He's good. He's good. And he'll go to bed at a child-appropriate bedtime.
What?
That's very important at a party.
I'm not going to lie, Joel. Your argument went off the rails a little bit there. All right, Kent, you're 7th.
I'm about to make the worst pick probably of the game, but I have to because I want him at my party. And he's a mean one.
What?
Whoa.
I'm picking the Grinch because I love the Grinch. I've always loved the classic story. And yeah, he's the Grinch. That is his title. By the way, his real name is Ethan Who.
What?
His name?
According to what source?
The Grinch Wiki.
But which movie is that coming from? Because we're doing the 2000s
apparently
Jim Carrey.
the Jim Carrey version.
Okay. Because that has a little more backstory.
It's possible that his name was seen in a flashback.
Yeah,
maybe?
That has a little more
People say it could be
backstory
Ethan
than
Grinch or Ethan
the
Who.
good one.
Yeah. Well, the good one is the
1960s.
cartoon.
The 60s.
And I would like to say that's the version I would invite.
Yeah.
Because he would only stay for a half hour and he'd have this nice arc. I think the Jim Carrey version is so creepy. He's weird,
Yeah.
but he's really good at
He's a green, furry, pot-bellied, pear-shaped, snub-nosed humanoid creature.
Honestly, same.
But he has demonstrated above average strength, even the strength of 47 Grinchmen. He's a skilled craftsman, engineer, and quantum physicist. The guy is brilliant. Yes, he's going to be grumpy, and he's going to ruin some conversations, but I think having him there, he's like the mean uncle that we all kind of expect to be there.
It's funny because I put pros and cons
Yeah.
for every one of these people so that if one got chosen, I can flip the argument, right?
Yeah.
For the pros on this one, I went, every party needs a pooper, right? He may end up enjoying it, but I could not think of a good reason for him being there.
May end up enjoying it. I think, yes, he's going to kind of ruin the party at first, but how wonderful and how memorable will that party be in the last moments?
So you're
when
saying, well,
everyone,
okay, just to
everyone is
clarify.
holding hands.
Just to clarify, you're saying it's going through the course of the movie, right?
Well,
Which
no,
means at some
actually-
point in the party, your place is going to be completely
So
picked
here's
bare.
what happens. His white elephant gift is actually
So you're saying he cleans?
yeah,
He cleans up everything and
He
then
cleans up my entire party.
yeah.
but then puts it all back.
No,
he
here's
puts
the-
it all back.
His white elephant gift is your own possessions, which you stole earlier that night.
I've seen that Christmas.
I've done that before.
White elephant gift, yeah.
I need him there. I just think it would be some nice flair at the party, and I know it's a bad choice, but I'm going with it.
It's a terrible choice for the record.
Seriously, he hates people. Why would he even want to be there?
But when he comes around, I mean, he really just needs love. Why not love the Grinch?
No, honestly, Kent, his heart will go 3 sizes and he'll immediately collapse because that's a terrible
yeah,
health
it's
issue.
really hard.
Joel, number 8.
Well, I think that this is the time when I need to pick Clark W. Griswold.
Oh,
Because Clark is
What is that, Kent?
Clark Griswold from the National Lampoon's Vacation series, specifically Christmas Vacation, played by Chevy Chase. But he is always wanting to make the perfect whatever it may be, the perfect family memory together. And he will help try to make this the perfect.
Does it ever happen? Has it ever happened? In 6 movies.
It ends up going okay.
He is Mr. Bad Luck. He's never had good luck. And in fact, when it doesn't go his way, he has a horrible temper.
I need someone on exterior decorations, and this one felt good. Because those lights on the house are going to look so amazing as they drain the power from the city.
He flirts with every woman at the party, meaning Mariah Carey.
Yep. There's other women there. It's a +1
He's
situation.
a bad luck charm. Your party's going to be a disaster because of him.
It's not going to be a bad luck charm because...
Have you seen the movies? Literally Christmas Vacation. Nothing goes right for Clark.
Things go bad
because of him.
But they also make some good memories together. Don't they?
By the end.
By the end.
When the Grinch has saved my
SWAT
party too.
team shows up.
Yeah, exactly.
My party's going to end with the SWAT team coming. And it's awesome. But yes, I think Clark Griswold, he has a good heart. He wants to make good family memories. Honestly, I think he'll be walking around taking pictures of people and wearing an ugly Christmas sweater. And it's going to be this classic dad presence in this party.
I agree with you. I think he'll be the classic dad.
Yes.
You know, because that's really what the thing is. You say he's bad luck, Kent.
Yes.
He's just a dad trying his darndest.
Aren't we all?
Aren't we all?
Aren't we all a dad trying his darndest?
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, do you do your best work when you try hard?
No.
Come on. Give Clark a break.
No. All I've got are just mediocre to bad choices, and I'm going to go with someone I think will be very party neutral. Like, this is someone that people won't hate, but they actually won't like him very much. I'm going Frosty the Snowman.
Oh, so you're having an outdoor party? Or are you going to keep the thermostat at below 32 degrees Fahrenheit?
Is Elsa at my party?
Oh.
She is. Frosty is playful, curious, clumsy, and lucky to everyone. I have good luck at my party. It's not going to go poorly. He does have 2 weaknesses, like you said. Like, he does melt in warm weather, and without the hat, he actually becomes an inanimate snowman. So if he becomes annoying, I'll just take the hat off of it.
Gets a little handsy, just take it off.
Frosty.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is going to knock it off when he's flying around putting droppings on everybody.
He doesn't poo in Rankin Bass.
I am happy that I don't have to clean up at this party. I'm just attending.
And listen,
wait,
if he does,
is Grinch going to be stealing all the droppings?
Yes, and if Rudolph does, those become buttons for Frosty.
Frosty's buttons are droppings?
Yeah.
No.
It's
I mean,
fine.
Ken, if you want to have a guy smoking a corncob pipe in the middle of your party and stinking up everything, that's up to you.
Yeah, and he's actually going to give a matching one for his white elephant gift. So he's just a really jolly guy, and he's great at caroling too. So I think it'd be fun-ish to have him at the party.
I think he's going to walk up to everyone and be like, "Happy birthday!"
Yeah.
And they'll be like, "Oh, you poor soul."
Yeah.
There are 9 remaining choices. I'd like to just run through those really quick of who can come to your parties. We've got Cousin Eddie from Vacation, or Christmas Vacation. Ebenezer Scrooge from The Thing You See All the Time. Ernest from Ernest Saves Christmas. Gizmo, I've just glossed over that, from Gremlins.
It's a Christmas movie.
It's a Christmas movie, kind of. Hans Gruber, from Die Hard. Harry and Marv from Home Alone. Hermie from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Krampus, and Ralphie from A Christmas Story.
I don't know who's going to be last picked, or not picked, I should say.
I know who I don't want, but I know who I do want.
Okay, who do you want?
You know, the thing about it is, if you know little kids, they get bored sometimes. And I think Kevin's going to need a playmate, so I'm picking Ralphie Parker from A Christmas Story.
Oh, so you've got a kids table at your party.
Yeah, well, basically, it's the cheese pizza kids table, keeping people out of the rooms I don't want them to go in. So
gross.
Ralphie from Christmas
Nobody
Story.
wants to come to this party.
A young boy named Ralphie Parker attempts to convince his parents, teacher, and Santa Claus that the Red Ryder Range 200-shot BB gun is really the perfect Christmas gift. So he's a 9-year-old boy, cute little boy with
very
glasses.
polite.
He's obedient, kind, imaginative, polite, played by Peter Billingsley.
Complains a lot.
He's got a creative mind and a fantastic narration voice.
Who's he shooting at the party?
Him and Kevin are going to take pot shots at each other.
Oh, that's kind of freaky. Kevin's a way better shot, by the way.
I don't know. Well, that... yeah, that's probably true.
He's an expert marksman.
So I think Kevin and Ralph are going to hang out together. I thought that might be fun.
That's
for Ralph
so
to have a
dangerous.
playmate. I wouldn't say dangerous.
Did you send them over to sabotage my party?
They may be shooting your windows out right now as we speak. I don't know why you keep saying I'm sabotaging. Like everything, I'm like, we're having a great time. It's like, they're sabotaging my party. You're focusing on my party, Kent. You should focus on your own.
I'm trying to protect my house. You're on a cruise ship somewhere.
This is my house. I have to protect it. I didn't say it was a cruise ship. I said it was like a cruise ship. The
and mine is like a jazz club.
Do as much or as little as you want. But yes, Ralphie Parker from A Christmas Story will be at my party.
Kent, next pick.
My next guest is going to be the best dressed person at this party. He's very ruthless, but also very calm. He never directly loses his temper.
I know who you're picking.
It's Hans Gruber from Die Hard. So
Why?
Shoot the glass.
I'd be worried about why he was at my party, but I'd also feel kind of honored that he was there. He is like the essence of cool, and he's a bad dude, obviously.
Yes, well, played by Alan Rickman in
Yes.
Die Hard, he is the ringleader of the criminal
Isn't he
mastermind.
so cool at the same time? Like, you can't hate him.
He's very charming.
Yeah.
Like, even when he's shooting you in the face.
Yeah. So I would be worried. I think he'd actually be coming after Scott Calvin because I think he'd be there to kind of monitor Santa, maybe take his job. I don't think it's anything against me. I don't think he'd directly ruin the party because I kind of have the Grinch for that. But I think, honestly, he'd be captivating to everyone he talks to. Yes, he and John, they may have some run-ins, right? But that's okay. That's why I have them both. That's the balance.
This is like oil and water you just put in your party.
Yeah, and by the way, I only have a 2-story house, so we'll see what happens there. Helicopter on the top, I don't know. His white elephant gift, he'd bring a classic bottle of gin. So I feel like that's very Hans Gruber-esque. I know it's a bad pick, but I feel good about it.
I know it's a bad pick, but I feel good about it. That's just Kent. Joel,
You know
your
what?
next pick?
We have Buddy the Elf at my party, which means a lot of sugary snacks. And
I know where you're going.
I want to make sure that my guests have good dental health.
The most annoying party guest ever. You have like 3 children in a row now.
Is he a child or is he an elf?
Actually, he may be a child. He's actually not an elf. If you see by his ears, he's actually kind of human.
What?
Yeah, he doesn't like making toys. They actually say that in the Rudolph wiki.
So he just likes making toys and he wishes to become a dentist.
You know what he does have, though? Just the most amazing hair swirl.
Yes, that coif.
It's so
the
good.
swirl going on.
Welcome
there.
at any party I'm going to.
And some may
That's
some
the reason
may
why.
call him.
Have you met him? Have you talked to him? He's the worst.
I get a look at his hair.
No, I was
I'm
going to
in.
say some may call him a nitwit, but I personally think he is the tops. I think he'll be great at my party. I think he'll be able to do free dental examinations
Yeah,
to everyone.
Have you met a dentist? They always like stare at your teeth. And they're like, okay.
You think they do? They don't really care about your teeth.
No, I was going to say the dental hygienist.
Hermie does because
the
he's an
assistants do all
inspiring
the work.
dentist. He hasn't even done
and says,
school for it.
You doing okay? Yeah, okay. That's a dentist.
Yeah, he's so annoying.
Hermie?
Yeah, Hermie's
or
so
dentists
annoying.
in general. I'm trying to figure out.
No, just Hermie.
Okay.
Love you, dentist.
I don't. I don't. I think Hermie's going to be just fine at the party. I think he has enough abilities to make it a little more magical.
I'm just going to continue my streak of picking bad choices.
What's your bad choice this time, Ken?
Scrooge.
Why?
Ebenezer Scrooge. He's not going to ruin the party. He's just kind of a curmudgeon,
What
right?
version? This is
Oh,
so apparently none of these are the redeemed version of the character.
He
will
becomes,
by the
guess
end.
what? 6 a.m. because he's staying the whole time. And I'm going to tell you why that's a good thing. Michael Caine is at my party.
Michael Caine.
Michael Caine. He is selfish and he's downright mean.
We specifically are picking this version.
Yeah.
Michael Caine.
I love him.
From A Muppet Christmas Carol?
That changes everything.
Yeah.
Dang,
So-
you can't.
Look,
I thought it was going to be the guy from Rescuers Down Under.
Oh, yeah.
no.
Not
He's George C.
Joanna's
Scott.
Christmas.
So he actually...
Which, by the way, if you want to hear about Ebenezer Scrooge, make sure to listen to Baconsale episode 382, A Christmas
talked about it
Carol.
at length.
We talked about so many Scrooges.
So it will take a long time, but he'll eventually warm up. And essentially, if you're there at 6 a.m., it's an all-night party, by the way, he'll give...
Oh, it sounds exhausting.
He'll give all of his wealth to everyone still there. Granted, there may only be a couple of people there at that time, but he'll feel so generous at that point. He's not bringing a white elephant gift, though, because he thinks that like no one can give him a gift that he'd actually need or want. So he's Scrooge. Like, he's Scrooge.
Truth be told, he'd probably just sit in the corner and grump.
Yeah.
It wouldn't really bother him. But if anyone talked to him, he would bring that party down.
Listen, I think he and John McClane would actually have pretty good rapport. And they talk about like his past and, lost love and how you need to fight to get him back and everything like that. I think it'd be a good conversation to be a fly on the wall for, listening to Scrooge and John McClane. Would be great. Bad pick, I know, but I think my party is more colorful.
So yours has a bunch of depressed, mean people, and Joel's is full of kids.
Which would you rather go to?
I've been to both.
But my
for the
party's
record.
my party's not going through the night, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Hey, you get money at the end. There's money if you stay till 6, Zach.
What?
Yeah. Scrooge is like, what day is it? It's the morning after the party. Here's my money.
Okay. Well, thanks for inviting Scrooge for the handouts. Joel?
I'm having a hard time here because I'm trying to pick between heart
trying
and
to-
head.
You're trying to game Zach, right?
If I'm trying to game
Just
Zach,
pick your heart. Just pick your heart.
okay, well, here we go. If I'm trying to game Zach, I'd do another pick, but I'm going to pick with my heart because I'm picking Ernest P. Worrell.
I knew you would.
Well, maybe pick with your head.
It's too late.
Here's the thing. If you have not seen Ernest Saves Christmas, it's probably because you weren't a child in the 80s. And
It's hard to watch.
Truth be told, my wife cannot stand Ernest.
Have you seen Fred? The YouTube kid.
Yeah.
That. It's that.
But better done. I think Jim Varney does a better job.
Yeah, for sure.
But my wife cannot stand Ernest Saves Christmas. I cannot play Ernest movies when she's in the room. But my kids enjoy it. And it's because Ernest, if you don't know who Ernest is, it's Know What I Mean, Burn, that kind of guy. He's always dressed in like a denim vest and a baseball cap. But in Ernest Saves Christmas, he is the kid at heart and finds joy in every little thing. Now, will he be singing, "Oh Christmas Tree, Oh 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 Christmas Tree," as Mariah Carey's singing her version? Yes, he probably will do that. And he also loves to talk. He will probably be talking most of the time. But he is so childlike innocence.
People be having conversations with him, and all of a sudden he'll look at this fake camera that doesn't exist. Like, you know what I mean, Vern? They're like, "Who's Vern?"
No, they'll
Who's
be the
he
Vern.
talking to?
They'll be the Vern. You'll be the Vern, Kent.
But it's like a fisheye lens when he does that. You know what I mean, Vern? You're like, "Oh, please don't talk to me."
I actually do.
He's kind of a lovable loser, if you will.
He is a lovable loser, but he is pure in heart and he is childlike. And I do think there's something magical about that movie, even though the Ernest movies aren't very good.
But he causes accidents everywhere he goes.
Well, I do have Clark and Ernest at my party, which is
a clumsy party.
It's a clumsy party,
With
but
violent children.
with violent children and
a
booby
dentist.
traps.
This is just a regular old Hilton day party.
This is exactly what it is.
I wanna go.
You've been to several, Zach. You
Yeah,
know.
I have.
But yeah, I decided I needed to go with my heart because in my heart, I believe Ernest P. Worrell would be a fantastic guest at a Christmas party because he would enjoy it so much.
I agree with you, Joel. I think that is a really good pick.
Thank you.
I earlier may have alluded to not wanting this pick here, but as a character at a party, great pick.
Thank you. Because we did, as we were picking these, Zach kept bashing on Ernest, and I was like,
All I said was, should we cut this from the list?
multiple times. He kept being like, but Ernest? But Ernest?
Just because I don't think people have seen this movie.
Watch Ernest Saves Christmas.
Or don't.
It'll change your life.
Kent.
At this point, I have a bad house guest, like the worst, most annoying family member, or people that will literally ruin your party.
Cousin Eddie, a literal gremlin, Harry and Marv, Krampus.
I'm going to go with my heart on this one because that's what I've been doing this whole time. I got to be true to it.
Be true to your heart.
Rah, 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 Suskamba.
Gizmo is coming to my party. And it's such a mistake.
Gizmo
careful.
from Gremlins.
No,
Careful.
there's no way I can be careful here because guess what? If some sort
Your party's going all night. Why would you invite Gizmo?
he can't eat, you just can't let him eat.
Oh,
okay?
sure, that's going to happen.
But guess what? John McClane.
Hans Gruber's gonna give him some of that bottle of gin.
No, and if he drops some gin, what happens when you drop alcohol on a gremlin?
Drunk
We don't want to know.
Gremlins.
There's
Gremlins too?
There is still liquid.
Yeah,
There's
that's
still
what I'm
water
saying.
content.
It's bad. It's
No,
bad.
here's the problem is that...
Okay.
But
here's the thing.
I'm not going to go there. Never
He's
mind.
kind of a mascot, right? Like Gizmo is so adorable and he's so squishy.
So
and I
you
love
have
him.
you have Gizmo and Rudolph.
Yeah.
Gizmo's going to eat the
okay,
droppings
okay,
after
okay.
midnight.
I've got
Go on,
two
go on.
mascots.
He's adorable.
He will need
Gizmo's eating the droppings after midnight.
He'll need a constant babysitter. Someone will need to take care of him. He's great because he loves pop culture. He'll probably bring like 80s action movie VHSs for his white elephant gift.
But here are the restrictions on your party, Ken.
Okay, go on.
First
and
of
also,
all,
he knows how to shoot flaming arrows. Go on.
First of all, you have to keep the lights low because any bright lights are
No,
going to kill
it's
him.
just sunlight.
No, bright lights.
Bright
He
lights
hates
will
bright
hurt
light.
him. They won't kill him.
But he will hate that. So you have to keep all the lights low at your party.
Oh, it's a party. It's a
You're
night
gonna be bumping
party.
shins and everything.
Yeah.
You cannot get him wet.
That's the hardest
Meaning
part.
all the snow magic that Elsa's doing and Frosty's thumping
Yeah, she'll
around.
keep it cold. It's fine.
It'll melt when it gets near
No.
him. He'll get wet.
No, she'll keep it cold.
And then, like I said, Hans Gruber's going to pour the gin
No,
over
it's
his head.
really, I'm worried about the eggnog that will
And-
be poured on him.
Yes. And you cannot let him eat after midnight.
Yeah.
And your party's going till when?
6 a.m.
Okay, I need a refresher.
At what point does it become not after midnight?
I think it's 3.
I always mess this up. The eating after midnight causes the gremlin, but
Yes.
the wet causes the multiply.
Yes.
So, as long as we time manage this party, you just have the potential to get more cute, adorable Mogwai.
Except those Mogwai, like Stripe, are mischievous. Gizmo is one of the few nice Mogwai.
Okay, but here are any of them not adorable?
Guys, guess what? You guys want a parting gift? Zach, you want a gremlin?
No,
not a gremlin.
Send me home
not
with the
start
Mogwai.
this.
I want him.
Do not
Okay,
start
he's
this.
cute.
He's
Look
so
at him.
cute.
He's a good little boy.
He's got a little fudgy
You're going to
patch
end it
over
with
his
a
eye.
tractor running through your house.
I'm going to name mine Cruz.
Cruz, gremlin.
He's a little gremlin.
All right, Joe, what do you got?
For the record, I am a person who will go to a party and try to socialize with adults and end up hanging out with a dog and or a cat.
He is a cuddler, by the way.
Oh, I'm in. That terrible choice. and I'm here for it.
So,
I'm here for it.
Zach, you say that you like hanging out with the dogs at a party. What about goats? What about someone with goat horns? What about Krampus?
Okay. Hold on.
Oh!
You're picking. Hold on. He's not last.
I was 100% sure no one was going to pick Krampus.
I am
because who would
picking-
be dumb enough to pick Krampus?
Because here's the thing. Here's the thing about Krampus.
You pick Krampus?
I did. Because if you don't know who Krampus is, you can go listen to our review of Krampus, which we did. It's like season 1 of Baconsale, but also episode 284, Here Comes Satan Claus, where we talk about all sorts of Christmas creatures. And when I learned about these Krampus and like the history of Krampus with our guest, Chris, he kind of turned me to the idea that, no, people really do enjoy these kind of characters at parties. He'll show up.
Joel, the movie Krampus. Okay.
Right.
It's a hell dimension.
Kent, why does Krampus decide to go after these people?
He goes after misbehaved children and misbehaved adults.
What did they do, though?
Oh, how many misbehaved children do you have at your party?
All of them. Everyone.
No.
Yeah,
Misbehaved, not misbehaved as much as they hated Christmas. They were down on Christmas. That is why
listen,
Krampus showed up.
It says in the movie wiki, misbehaved and naughty.
But
he is the shadow of St. Nicholas.
But in the movie, Kent, in the movie, he goes after the family because the kid basically trashes Christmas and rips up the paper and hates on Christmas. So this Christmas party, everyone there is loving it. Everyone there is enjoying it. Childlike innocence from all these people who love Christmas.
How often does Ralphie hate on things in his movie?
He's off-duty Krampus.
No,
he's hanging out.
He's literally Krampus
What?
from the movie. And just when you think it's like going to be a happy ending, it's worse than you could possibly imagine.
He's going to bring his own posse with him.
Oh, those are toys and they are bad.
And his own form of entertainment.
They will eat your guests.
I think, and here's
Joel,
the thing.
I love this choice, but he was the one that should have been left in the street.
No, because anyone who doesn't like my party will immediately be transported out into a snow globe. If they say I hate Christmas, they're gone.
We've been there. Don't do that.
I know. But I think Krampus actually would be a fun guest. And I thank Chris Strout for reminding me of that.
Reminding you the true
spirit of Krampus.
All right, Kent, your 2 remaining choices. You can pick one of these 2, and the other will be out in the cold.
Left in the cul-de-sac.
Cousin Eddie from National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Who's kind of a slobby...
he's a mooch.
Relative... Quickly wears out his welcome.
Yeah.
Comes when he's not invited. So even if you don't invite him, he'll probably end up at the
be
party.
there
I
anyway,
hate him.
frankly.
I hate him.
So basically, if you don't invite him, he's going to be out in his RV emptying his facility.
Indeed.
Yes.
Or Harry and Marv, who are going to try and steal
They're going
your
to
stuff.
case your joint and rob you blind and flood the
Turn
house.
on-
I love Daniel Stern, though, even though it's not Daniel Stern in the movie, but I love the characters.
Is it Harry and or Marv? Which one's Daniel Stern, Kent?
Marv is... I don't know.
He's Marv. And
Okay.
I only remember that because the part
Wow.
when Joe Pesci's on the ground, he's like, Marv, what are you doing?
Oh, yeah.
Marv.
Look, those guys have superhuman abilities. Their durability.
You could beat them up
is-
for entertainment.
Yeah.
We should have them at the party with Krampus.
It's kind of not fair to leave this choice in the cul-de-sac, but I don't really want him at the party. Cousin Eddie's going to be there anyways. He's my final pick.
I think that's the right choice.
I think
Kent,
so, too.
Because as much as none of us want Cousin Eddie at our Christmas
He's the
party,
loudest one at the party.
I feel like there's still fun to be had.
Yes.
From having the crazy uncle over.
Yeah, no, truly.
I think so. And I think he doesn't deserve to be
Oh,
ostracized.
the
in
Grinch is
cold.
going to hate him so bad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. By the way, he's not eating dinner before the party, so he's going to eat the refreshments as well. He's going to invite his whole family to come in and eat them. He's going to start talking about weird conspiracies because, he's that guy.
He's Randy Quaid.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And his white elephant gift, he'll probably steal someone else's gift and then claim that he brought it. So he's a jerk. He's a moocher, but you know what? He's not evil.
No,
he's not a criminal.
But that's the thing is, like,
you
Harry
picked Krampus before Cousin Eddie.
Yeah, I did. Because I feel like Krampus is definitely going to... And think about Krampus and Jack Skellington hanging out together. That would be awesome. But with Harry and Marv, I really do think that...
I have very different definitions of awesome.
even in their social interactions with people when they're not being criminals, they're still just awkward and uncomfortable to be around.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think we made the right choice in leaving Harry and Marv, the wet bandits, outside in the cold. So there you go. There are our Christmas parties. Zach, could you do us a favor and read us who's at our parties and then make your choice?
All right, your attendees to your parties. Who picked first?
I
Zach,
did.
Kent picked first.
Kent picked first. Okay, we'll go with your list first then,
Okay.
as to not show bias.
This is Kent's Christmas party.
Kent's Christmas party. You've selected Scott Calvin, Rudolph, Charlie Brown, Elsa, George Bailey, John McClane,
Sounds so good so far. Stop.
the Grinch, Frosty, Hans Gruber, Ebenezer Scrooge, Gizmo, and Cousin Eddie.
Yeah. It was good for a minute there.
It's real bad there for a while.
Yeah.
I still don't think Gizmo was that bad of an attendee, other than the possible consequences.
There are risks involved.
Yeah.
Joel, you have Buddy the Elf, Mariah Carey, Jack Frost, Clark Griswold, Kevin McCallister, Ralphie, Ernest P. Worrell, the conductor from Polar Express, my absolute least favorite Christmas movie of all time. Partially because of that character. Jack Skellington, my second least favorite Christmas movie of all time, partially because of that character. Riggs and Murtaugh.
Wait, you don't like Jack Skellington?
Not at all. What? Riggs and Murtaugh, Hermie, great hair, and Krampus.
It's
A bonus point just because I like Chris Drought so much. Like,
Yeah.
he's a great guy.
Yeah.
your party sounds pretty boring,
Excuse me?
except for Krampus. Like, it's like boring. Riggs and Murtaugh will be great, right? The way they counterplay
security.
it, right? Yeah, so they're not going to show up. Yeah. But it's more safe.
No, mine has like the ongoing entertainment. What
Yeah.
are you doing at your
Mine
party?
gets ruined and then redeemed
over and over again.
over and over again.
Till 6 a.m.
And then you get money.
Exhausted.
And free gremlins.
Mogwai. They're not gremlins unless they eat.
The Mogwai are adorable. Gremlins are awful. And then once you get into Gremlins 2, I just...
Yeah, let's not talk about it.
All right, so my arbitrary rating system was one in which I went, would they be tier 1, tier 2, or tier 3 guests? Went through Baconsale style, gave you points, but lower score wins. Because obviously 1 is less than 3.
Oh, okay. Oof. Golf.
Some highlights include Kent. We went with you first. I gave a tier 1 to Scott Calvin.
Yeah,
I think he's
great.
going to be fun. I think Elsa, great.
Is she?
Great
I was worried about that
party
one.
tricks,
Okay.
singing voice.
Yeah.
I actually think it's a low tier 1, but it's a tier 1 nonetheless.
I'll take it.
John McClane. I think he'd be a good time.
Okay. Wow.
Good. And I gave a tier 1 to Gizmo.
Well, you did?
I'm the guy that sits in the corner petting the dog.
Or the man with goat horns.
Or the man with horns and bells and
and
The
whips.
devil. The devil.
He's not the devil.
Basically, he's the German
shadow
devil.
of Santa Claus.
Kent, for my personal swings and misses and your party are the Grinch,
Yeah.
Hans Gruber,
Oh, really?
I don't want to.
He's so handsome and his hair is nice.
Ebenezer Scrooge,
Yeah.
and Cousin Eddie.
I know.
but it's I think he could be a good time.
Sure.
I do think he'd be a little.
I hear you there.
A little annoying. Joel,
Yes.
this rose is for you. No, tier 1's Buddy the Elf. I think he's.
Yeah.
I think he's.
I
fine.
agree.
Great decorations.
I actually gave a tier 1 to Mariah Carey just for
The
the
only non-fictional fictional character.
just for the comedy of it. Jack Frost.
Yeah.
I
good
actually
pick.
think is a good pick, similar to Elsa. I'm amazed by the party trick. And Clark Griswold, I gave a tier 1 too. I think
What?
that's actually a really fun party pick.
Because dads make mistakes.
We
I'm
do.
not going to your party now, jerk.
Listen.
We do, kid.
He's a bad pick.
He's not.
At a Christmas party,
He's a big heart.
he's got his Wally World eggnog
Yes.
mug. Some swings and misses. Conductor, Jack Skellington. He's too tall.
Conductor's behind the scenes, I want to point out. Like, he's
okay.
running the
Sure,
show.
sure.
Wait, who'd you say Jack Skellington too tall?
Yeah.
How
Too
tall
tall.
is Jack Skellington?
Hermie, nice hair. Not a fun guess.
Wow, he's
Krampus.
Jack Skellington. It says possibly could be 6'11".
Oh, shorter than I thought.
How tall did you think he was? Sorry, Zach. What were you saying? You distracted me with height.
We got a little distracted.
Jack Skellington's enormous.
It says like 6'11" is what possible, but no one really knows. his
He
real
could
height.
dunk.
Okay, now here's where it gets weird.
Okay.
I went through and tiered everything
Oh, no.
and thought, okay, this will surely split this up. Kent, you went 1st. You scored 24 points.
Okay.
Joel, you scored 24 points.
Yes.
You literally,
Finger vote.
based on my dumb arbitrary tiering, I don't even know if I followed Baconsale rules and did it in a balanced way. You guys tied.
Does that mean you come to both parties? What happens? What
No, you have to pick a part.
I have to pick a party.
Where's the coin? Christmas coin.
No, I'm not going to flip a coin and
You
go to a
have
party.
to. We tied.
Based on the vibe of the parties. I like your characters both. I really do. Based on the vibes of the parties.
The jazz music, children at his party.
I'm going to go to Kent's party.
No.
See, this is just because Ken gave you the guilt trip at the beginning of like,
You always pick Joel.
never win.
I am just a nitwit.
There are some people I want to avoid at your party, Joel.
Krampus?
Yes!
He's really nice and you get to know him.
You have the most low tier 3s for me. I should have done it at a 5 or something. I don't know. I've never had a good system for this game.
I know I won in my heart, even though you may have won.
We literally tied in your heart.
But patrons,
I'm so mad. When that square, literally, you don't hear this because Kent probably cut it out. I just spent the last 5 minutes trying to figure out how to change the score because I was so mad that you guys
You don't want to rig it.
yes, but
I hate it.
Well, Zach may have chosen the wrong party, but we want to know, you, listener, you listening right now, which of these parties would you want to go to? Who would you want to rub elbows with? Let us know on Facebook. Let us know on Instagram. Let us know on Twitter because we love hearing from you on social media. It lets us know that you're there. So let us know which party you want to go to.
Before we go, we'd like to thank our patrons. So from the I Am the Listener category, we have Taylor Sanderson, Sir and Madam Hicks, Shannon West, Ryan and Marley, Rocky and Steph, Lady Terry A. Finley, Juice, the Cooler King Swallow, Jennifer Kielkowski, Brendan Dassey just wants to watch WrestleMania, Scott Sprague.
Oh,
yep. Dave Kelly, Casey Cummings, Briggs is off to preach the good word, Angelo Plotz, Andrew is literally Ryan Gosling, and Adam and Rachel Crump. And from the Bacon Council, we have the one, the only, Chris Anderson, Steven, everyone's favorite Ross, Star Wars expert Kyler, our favorite couple, the Madsons, Nicole Decale, the other Brit, Johnny English, Her Royal Highness Jessica Terry, Glow Clan Daniel, Debbie Foster, and Beaker.
thank you, patrons. You are the wet to our bandits. You're the sticky to our bandits?
Ew.
Yeah, there's no way of winning this. But if you want to find me, you can find me at 76Joel on Twitter. You can find me performing with Quickwits, who perform at the Midvale Performing Arts Center. For more details, go to qwcomedy.com or go to the Quickwits Facebook page.
If you want to find me on Twitter or Instagram, it's at Kenny3DD. If you want to read my movie reviews, it's ShowtimeShowdown.com.
And if you'd like to connect with me, you can do so on Twitter and Instagram at Tumbling Mustard. But more importantly, make sure you're following Baconsale. Like that Facebook page, and then go to at Baconsale on Twitter and Instagram. After you've done that, go to tpublic.com/Baconsale. You can get yourself some merch, and get it now if you want to give any good gifts for Christmas. Just saying. tpublic.com/Baconsale. And then if you like what's going on here and you want to support us further, or you want to give the gift of Baconsale, maybe you get the patreon.com/Baconsale. Support starts at just $3 a month. You can get access to all sorts of things, but mainly, I mean, do you want to know what we're watching every week? Because that's mainly what we talk about. Patreon.com/Baconsale.
So until next time, Joel, I'm sorry you lost, but let it go. Let it go.
Krampus.
This looks like a lunch to me, so everybody just let me eat because I need a little pork or beef because I feel so empty without meat. I have a legion of people who are like me. He's naked somewhere.
I'll make it happen. Hot chocolate.
You brought a cruise director.
Oh, who's changing the environment, which I always do.
I got a CG.
Joel's having a Disney cruise.
No, I said it's like a cruise. It's like a cruise.
Mine takes place in a glass apartment in New York City. There's a goose and a swan fighting.
That sounds like last year.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Dropping all over the floor. Wait, did you say potty trained or party trick? Never.
We don't need lights. We've got Rudolph.
She thinks I'm cute.
Character.
Oh, yeah, as opposed to the 2002 Night
Yeah,
Before
exactly.
Christmas. Yeah.
Exactly. Dude, I got Mariah Carey and Jack Skellington, okay? I need to make sure to keep the riffraff out. Merry Christmas, Bacon Cave! There's
That
like little snow icicles.
Is the cutest thing I've ever heard.
I know. And
But it's got like a killer cast. Alec Baldwin.
Oh,
It's got
jeez. Zach, I stopped it. No one would have picked up on that.
It's time. There's a reason his parents forgot about him twice. He doesn't poo in Rankin Bass.
Frosty's buttons are dropping.
yeah.
No.
Love you, dentist.
He's cute.
He's so cute.
He's a good little boy.
He's got a little fuzzy
You're going to
patch
end up
over
with
his
a
eye.
tractor running through your house.
I'm going to name mine Cruz. Cruz.
He's off-duty Krampus.
I'm the guy that sits in the corner petting the dog.
Or the man with goat horns.
We literally tied in your heart. Well, all right. I saved my...